This is a sewage lift station that the city of Plainview, Texas constructed a little over 2 years ago. And it is within approximately 300 feet of our residence. We've been experiencing problems with this thing the whole time it's been here. We had health problems. Let me read that. These health problems include headaches, nausea, dizziness, facial numbness, disturbed equilibrium, low blood oxygen levels, impaired cognitive ability, leaf drop on our trees and other plants, decreased plant growth, and reduced yield of certain vegetable crops. As I pan around, I'll go over to this tree that is almost directly across from it. Just a little tree. Since we've lived here, it's been a small tree, but it has always been had a lot of leaves on it. And all of a sudden this year, a lot of leaf drop. Our garden, which is behind that building right there, we've got three gardens actually. That garden would have a lot of accumulation of some kind of gas, probably sulfur dioxide, not sulfur, hydrogen sulfide gas. It stunted our plants, had leaf drop and low yield. We have another garden that was right north of our house. Same thing in that area. As you can see in panning around, that this sewage lift station is in a lower elevation by probably 10 or 12 feet as it goes over to the northeast towards our house. The predominant wind direction here at Plainview, Texas, it's most of the time out of the southwest. The wind blows across this vent that's in the viewfinder right now, or on the video. It blows across that and causes a venturi effect to pull those gases out of this tank. And those gases, of course, spread over to us and collect around our house. They put in this compressor to try to rectify the situation. Spent probably $10,000, $12,000 on that. It didn't do anything but make a lot of noise. They constructed this. That is it has activated charcoal in it, and it's supposed to take care of the problem, but with the wind going over this vent, it pulls that gas out. And I've got a solution for that. I'll show it to you right here. Something that I built. It's stinking right here right now. It's terrible. It's really terrible. I built this. It's stainless steel. I built it to go over that vent and to block off the wind going over that vent, keeping it from having a venturi effect. They will not let me put it on. They won't put it on. They won't let me put it on. They say, we're going to have to get with the engineers. Well, the engineers hadn't done anything in 2 years. Okay? All right. They're telling me that they want to place air samplers in different locations around the property. I don't know what their plan is, but that won't solve the problem. That'll just tell you what the area is. That won't take care of the problem. So we've been dealing with this. They don't want to take responsibility for it. We have neighbors over here to the east when the wind is out of the north, it affects them. There's my neighbor over there.
In the south.
Let's see if I can get a close-up of him. It affects them. This house is about 100 feet or in that vicinity of this facility. And when the wind's out of the north, it collects over at their house. They experience headaches and everything, same as we, same thing we do. Okay, this little house right here, which isn't much, he had to move. Because see, it's just directly over from him, and up the road there's some other neighbors that it affects them also. They have children, small children. This man right here, and him and his wife, they're raising some grandchildren, 4 of them. They're real small. And it's affecting their health, everybody that's right here by it. This facility was put in without doing, apparently, without doing any kind of a survey, any kind of a environmental impact study. And as you can see, if there had been a study done looking at the elevation difference here and the way the wind direction would be, this thing would not have been put here. We weren't asked. Nobody knocked on our door. We did not know that this was going in or what it was going to be, or we could have protested back then and maybe got something done about it. Been dealing with them for over 2 years. Spoke with the city manager, assistant city manager, the city, anyway, down at City Hall. And the first time that we spoke with the city manager, he says there's nothing there that will hurt you. Well, after numerous medical tests to try to determine why we were having these health problems, it was finally learned that it's this gas coming out of this sewage lift station. We actually went and stayed at a motel for a while to get away from it. We actually went out of town to get away from it. Started feeling better. But it's stinking right here real bad. We're going to get away from it. I'll make some more video here in a second. I did neglect to say that this baffle that I made right there, it's been sitting here for 2 days. Nothing's been done. I can solve this problem, but they won't let me, apparently because they would be admitting guilt. Now, that is just to see if it will work on that one vent alone. And if it will work, then it would be not too costly to put a windbreak around the south and the west fence on the outside. There are no gates over there. It wouldn't be a problem. I could do it myself. It wouldn't cost them a thing. They don't want me to do it. They don't want me to touch this plant. They had rather cause us harm and look the other way. They have all these vanity projects going on around Plainview right now that's going to increase taxes tremendously. This is one of them. This is part of a 5-year plan, and this isn't working. This is the view from our house, and I tried to call all morning this morning over to the city. They're not answering the phone. I don't know if they've got my number and just won't answer. We're kind of a problem for them. And anyway, it'd be nice if they would have done the right thing to begin with. That could have been put some other places, but it was just convenient for them to put it over here where we don't matter.